of MovieGameNostalgia.com and another little movie review today. And we're going to the wonderful world, depending how you look at it, of Disney. So we're going to have a look at a Disney film today that's recently launched as I'm recording this on the Disney Channel. And it's a film called Upside Down Magic. Please, if you're new to the channel, push that subscribe button if you like movie reviews, TV drama reviews and information vlogs as well on real DVD releases, cinema releases, etc. Push that subscribe button and push the notification button if you want as well, if you want to know when these little vlogs are coming out. I try to do a few every week, obviously, depending on what sort of quality of films are coming out. I do post reviews on Twitter and Facebook as well, where perhaps they don't deserve a little vlog for whatever one reason or another. So please keep, if you can follow me, I'll show you the links later for Twitter and Facebook anyway. You can also follow me and I follow everyone back or friend everyone back on there as well. Yeah, Upside Down Magic is as you'd expect from Disney. It's a family fantasy adventure, an hour and 36 minutes. It's an original, obviously what they call a Disney Channel original movie, and an adaptation of the fantasy book series. I must admit, I do when I watch these films, I always have the urge to go and get the audio books or listening to some of these things, no matter, even if it's young readers, etc. It doesn't. I just enjoy a good story, whether it's aimed at teenagers or youngsters or whatever. So yeah, it's an adaptation of the fantasy book series by Sarah Milniowski. Don't know how you pronounce that. My apologies, Sarah, if you're watching this, which I doubt. Lauren Miracle, that's a good name, isn't it? Lauren Miracle and Emily Jenkins. Premiered on the July the 31st, so as I'm recording this, just a couple of weeks ago. Disney optioned actually the series back in 2015. They took the option out on the books back in 2015. So this is the first, perhaps the first of some more, perhaps there'll be more of these as well. It's directed by Joe Nussbaum, or Nussbaum, however you pronounce that one. Again, sorry Joe, I'm not very good on the pronunciations today. What's it about? Well, best friends Eleanor, or Nori for short, played by Isabella Rose, and Rena, played by Sienna Agudong, enroll at Sage Academy and show off their abilities. While Rena is placed in the Flair class, Nori is placed in the Upside Down Magic program by Headmistress Nightslinger, played by Vicky Lewis, which is run by Brudscriff. The name, they're trying to get me with these names today, played by Kyle Howard. In this program are students who have imperfect abilities, as Headmistress Nightslinger considers them to be easy targets for the shadow magic. Yeah, that's sort of dark magic. As Nori and her fellow students plan to perfect their abilities, Headmistress Nightslinger is unaware that the shadow magic has ways of targeting the most unlikely students. There you go, very eerie. Is it any good? Well, Internet Movie Database is the only thing we've got at the moment. There's no Rotten Tomatoes or Metacritic reviews on this one. Internet Movie Database, the users, Joe Public, people like you and me, there's been 249 scores left. There have been some reviews, written reviews left as well. But overall, it boils down to a 4.4 out of 10 rating, which isn't fantastic, obviously. Just looking at some of the comments and some of the things said by the users. This is a good movie, someone said. Another one went on to say this is absolute garbage, so that just shows you. And they actually added, it was a waste of time with a two-dimensional antagonist, an annoying protagonist and meaningless supporting cast. An overall complete waste of time and thoroughly predictable. Would have been more exciting to watch a daytime soap opera than this drivel. Playing in heavy traffic with leg weights on would have been more enjoyable. So there you go. That's that person's thoughts. So I don't need to add to that, but there you go. I will add to that because I've got different thoughts. Another one went on to say a mediocre movie made for 2 to 8 year olds. Is there anything wrong in that? Hogwarts School of they go on to say Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry and Oridan Preparatory look at Sage Academy in utter disgrace and shame as a school of magic. If there's nothing else to watch on TV, you can watch Upside Down Magic. That's fair enough. Sometimes not much to watch on telly, is there? Someone also left a little comment, meh, and then obviously went on to say, well, the story has been there, seen that. The acting is totally under the influence of the script. The script is powerful at some points and very weak at some others. bit more on that in a moment. The one who wrote it needs to calm down about forcefully wanting to tell us things. Okay, we get it. Yeah, I mean, there's always an element of preaching, isn't there, in these sort of things, certainly with the Disney thing. That's what I said all along, and that the best friend relationship tickled me. The writer wanted it to be perfect. That was his mistake. Overall, it's good. I don't know. Meh. So there we go. It started with a meh and finished on a meh. Someone went on to say Harry Potter knockoff that's decent for the under 10 crowd. Again, that's reflecting the 2 to 8 critique before. Someone else said better than most. So, I mean, as you can see, it's, as is with most movies, whether it's aimed at a family audience or it's aimed at an adult audience, views are very, very mixed. And obviously a 4.4 out of 10 overall score isn't fantastic, is it? So I did see that score before I watched this, and I do approach Disney films with real trepidation. I mean, I know some of the songs in these. I mean, some of the songs in these movies, kids like them. I mean, my granddaughters like the songs, but I do find them a bit all plasticky and false, the songs. So, and also with the Disney films, I do they annoy me because they do sort of have these actors that are okay, but to me they're a little annoying, a little painful for me to watch. I don't enjoy some of the, they're just so up themselves, as an adult saying. I know this is a review of a kid's film, but yeah, I think some of the kids are so precocious and stuff, certainly with these Disney things, that they do annoy me. So it didn't bode very well, as I took an instant dislike to the lead in this, played by Isabella Rose. Sorry, Isabella, but that's how I feel. But I did sort of learn to put up with her, and she was okay as the film progressed. There was other characters in the film that I did like, so that sort of compensated for the fact I didn't particularly like Isabella. I'm sorry, love. Sienna Agudong was the standout in my opinion, and she sort of made it sort of work. She did have a sort of a lead anyway. It was like a duo lead with Isabella, so I did enjoy watching Sienna Agudong. I thought she did very well, and she was a standout for me in this film, plus two or three other characters which sometimes I found funny. Other characters I found annoying as well, but they only dipped in and out of the film, so it didn't really match as much perhaps as Isabella. As I said, fortunately Isabella isn't in all the scenes, so that made it a little bit better for me. There's a lot of, so she's not rammed down our throats all the time, so that sort of made it okay for me. I mean, the CGI, there was some comments about it. It was okay for this level of movie, and the acting generally was an interesting mishmash, as you'd expect. Obviously, I'm used to it with UK stuff. There's a lot of even in adult films and adult dramas in the UK, there's quite a mishmash of acting talent, and I think in these Disney things there is as well. And despite a little bit of a mishmash, and again there was no forced songs in it, which helped. I love songs, as you know. I love musical theatre, etc., etc. But I just think these Disney songs are a bit painful for me. Although I know they are liked by younger. It's not aimed for me, is it? It's aimed at obviously younger watchers. I didn't expect too much, as I say, because I saw the bad reviews, so I was reasonably surprised, and it did keep my interest. I mean, I was really interested in it all the way through. I mean, there's some obvious flaws, and it is a poor man's watered-down Harry Potter, but hey, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It was good. I mean, one critique that I mentioned before was the script is powerful at some points and very weak at some others. Yeah, I mean, I would agree with that. There's certain things I thought, if they'd done this and altered that, it would have made it a lot better. Obviously, that's a correct statement, and they do try and keep things light for a younger audience. To say, I think this is aimed at, someone said about 2 to 8 year olds and under 10s. Yeah, I mean, I think this is aimed at a younger audience, which is fair enough. I mean, that's, it is what it's saying on the tin. So they do try and keep it light for the younger kids, but they like a little bit of a scare, don't they? They did touch upon a little bit of darkness, but perhaps he could have expanded it just a little more, even though it is aimed at younger kids, without being too bad, so it didn't quite work. But I think the darker side, they didn't add more of the darker side. I think even for the younger kids, it would have been far more enjoyable. Yeah, it is a film. I'd sit down with my granddaughters. I know my granddaughters haven't watched this and watch with them. I'd love to do, it's that sort of film. I think they'd enjoy it, and obviously without the dancing, but without the songs and the dancing, but I think they still enjoy it. And obviously that's my granddaughters are obviously age ranges between 6 and 12, so yeah, that's an ideal age, and I think that's the audience this is going for, and I think that's fair enough. I think this is a good film. I mean, the 4.4 is a bit mean to me. I think that's a very low score. It's exactly what it says on the tin. It's a Disney film, not a fantastic budget, aimed at younger watchers. And yeah, I mean, as an adult, I enjoyed it. I mean, obviously, as I said, it did get a bit bland and repetitive in parts, and we've seen it all before, as someone else stated. But no, I think it stands up well. I don't know how it compares to the books. I've not seen anyone comparing it to the books. But again, if it does encourage people to go out and read the books as well, fantastic. You know, certainly young people to get out. I mean, I love reading, and obviously it's great if the younger children do still enjoy reading, which is all part and parcel of this. I'm not really sure, looking at some of those reviews and negative reviews, what some people expect from this style of film. I mean, the criticism is harsh, and I think the criticism would be there and only justified really if it was in relation to a big budget movie release. You know, if this was spent, £100 million on it or something like that. I mean, based on the fact it's a straight to a TV channel film. I mean, I don't understand the criticism. I think it's a bit harsh. All right, perhaps you should say, well, you shouldn't give that allowance, but I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's a Disney film made for the Disney Channel, aimed at youngsters. So within that, the constraints of that, I think any real big criticism is a little bit unfair, and certainly the mark of 4.4 out of 10 is unwarranted in my opinion. I enjoyed it. I liked it. I'd watch it again. As I say, I've watched it once. I would certainly watch it again if someone wanted to watch it again. I would certainly would do that, and I'd even put up with young Isabella for another hour and a half or however minutes. Yeah, so my little rating, as you can tell, I'm going to give it a better than watchable rating. I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. So there you go. Heady scores for me, that. So no, I liked it. So if you like your Disney stuff and you like this sort of thing, as I say, a watered down Harry Potter it is, but I still liked it. And the poster, well, I think the poster's great. That's great for a girl's room, isn't it? Or a lad's room. It doesn't really matter, does it? Girl or lads. I mean, I'd have that on my wall as an old man. I wouldn't be embarrassed to have it on the back of my ear now with some of my other posters from my little collection. There's nothing wrong with that. Apart from that, I like the poster. I think it's a good poster, and it goes well with the film. Again, it is what it is on the tin. It doesn't lie to you like some posters do. Draw you in as though something different's going to happen. It's a nice little poster. So yeah, if that's available to buy, I would certainly buy that for my grandchildren. So yeah, I'm going to match it. I'm going to match the film with the poster. I'm going to give the poster 6.5 out of 10 as well. So we've got, in the poster versus the movie battle, both got good scores today of 6.5 out of 10. Anyway, if you get to watch it, please let me know in the comments what you thought, and hopefully your grandkids or your kids enjoy it if you've watched it, and you enjoy it as well, because I certainly did. Please check my links on screen. If you can get onto moviegamenostalgia.com and look at my old and rare DVDs, movie posters from the 90s and 2000s and board games, that'd be absolutely fantastic. A thumbs up to you. Please, if you know anyone or you have anyone who's obviously interested in football, I mean, I do little vlogs on my football team here in England. If you're watching this outside of the UK, Manchester City. So if anyone's into that sort of thing, please put them onto my channel. I do these movie and TV drama reviews, but I also do little football stuff on my team, Manchester City, and history, past and present. So that'd be fantastic. And if you can put them onto that, or just give them a nudge and say, hey, I'm here, give them a watch. That'd be fantastic. Anyway, thanks for watching today. Hopefully you'll join me again very soon for another TV drama review or a movie review or an information vlog. What are you going to do with the rest? Have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your family. More importantly, let's all look after each other. Until we meet again, please stay safe, everyone. It's Bernard saying goodbye for now. Bye-bye.